Hi everyone, good morning and assalamu alaikum. Hope you're well. So first of all, I'd like to ask you a few questions and then we're going to start today's class. The first question is, how are you today? Can you please type in chat box? I'd like to see you answer and I'd like to connect with you. I'd like to feel the way you feel. Okay, next question is, if you know the great news is the day we're going to start our IELTS course. Right, so if you know the date and time, please type in the chat box. So what date we'd like to start our IELTS preparation course, and what's the time in UK? Type in the chat box. I'd like to see how many of you really know. So when we're gonna start our IELTS course, very quickly, please type in the chat box. Okay. By this time, I'd like to just see if I can see any answer from you. Okay, not yet. Okay. Okay, so some of the students says, Alhamdulillah, thank you for joining and thank you for responding. Okay, so yeah, so two things I'd like to know from you is if you know what's the date you're gonna start our IELTS preparation course and what's the time. That's the first thing I'd like to know from you. Okay, got it. And the next question I'm gonna ask you, do you know, so how many teachers will conduct that preparation course? So how many teachers are you gonna have? Type in the chat box. Is it 1, 2, or 3? Type in the chat box, please. How many teachers you're gonna have for that IELTS preparation course? Very quickly type in the chat box. Is it 1, 2, or 3? Okay, so I can see a lot of comments here. Naima says, Assalamu alaikum, sir. Walaikum salam. Thank you, Thania, for joining us. Hani said, Assalamu alaikum, walaikum salam. Okay. Hello, Rabbi. Okay, so Himel Shikdar said 2. Nazmul Islam said 3. Hani said 3. Said 2. Okay. Mostly 2 teachers. They're gonna conduct your class, and I'll request Steve Cleggan to take your mock test, especially speaking on. Right. So that's what I'm gonna do. So you're gonna have mostly 2 teachers for conducting your classes. As an instructor, you're gonna have 2 classes. 2 instructors. So one of them. Okay. Now I'm asking you. So do you know their score? Do you know their score? Please type in the chat box. If you know their IELTS score, please type in the chat box. I'd like to see. So Nazmul said, yes, Nazmul. I mean the qualified students. I have given a post and I explained everything in the group. So you need to read that. Almost each and every students, they can do this course if they are serious and committed. If they are willing to do their homework every single day, and if they have got time to join the class at 9 a.m. UK time. So yeah, so and also they got to finish this course. I mean 12 presentation, they need to upload into the Facebook group. So once they do all sort of things, they are eligible for our IELTS preparation course, because I don't like to give to someone else who don't value it, right? So I need to give this course someone else who will value it and who will utilize it, and they're going to change their life through education. So that's what I'd like to do. So next question I'm going to ask you is, okay, so a lot of students says 8. Okay, so one of the teacher, he has got 8.5 out of 9, and the another teacher, he got 8 out of 9. So can you please type in chat box 8.5 and 8? So these are the teacher, they're gonna take your class. So make sure you don't miss it, right? So type in the chat box 8.5 and 8. Okay, now one of the both teachers, I mean both instructors, they are living in the UK. So one of them is living in Peterborough,
He is studying at Teesside University, and he got fully funded scholarship because his IELTS score. He got 8 in IELTS, right? And the another teacher, he was British Council examiner, and he got 8.5 out of 9. So you are getting the teachers whose scores are 8 and 8.5. So 8.5 and 8, right? So I'm really excited. Even me, I'm really excited to learn from them, join the class, and utilize this opportunity. Okay, so next question I'm going to ask you. So how many of you cooked biryani properly? Type in the chat box. If you have submitted your homework, please type in the chat box. I did. Right, so did you submit your homework? How is chicken biryani cooked? How was chicken biryani cooked? How will chicken biryani be cooked? So can you please type in the chat box? If you submitted your homework, please type in the chat box. Yes, I did. Thank you. Thank you for responding. I appreciate that. Right. So now I'd like to talk with you. Right. I'd like to talk with you. So do you think that I'm talking about myself, and just I'm asking you a question the same way so that you can understand and you can relate to that, right? So be committed for 12 days speaking challenge. Is it challenging? If it is, please type in the chat box challenging. So even for me, I would say it's challenging because I have got so many things. I had 3 companies to run. One is a student consultancy firm, the other is college, and the other is real estate, right? And I have got 27 employees over there. So I got to communicate with them frequently. If I have got some sort of issues, customers, business partners, agents, they reach out to me, and I got to give them the time as well. And still, I'm doing this. What's the reason? Because I'm committed. I know probably the same thing happened to you. You are busy, you are doing a lot of things here and there, and still you are making it because you are committed. So I'd like to see how many of you are really busy, but still they are making it because they are committed. Please type in the chat box committed if you are. Type in the chat box committed if you are. I'd like to see how many of you are really committed. So if you're not committed, you can't make it. If you're not committed, you can't make it. So you got to be committed, right? So next thing is, do you think it's tough? It's difficult? Of course it is. Sometimes I miss a lot of things to do to come to the class because I'm committed to you that 9 a.m. I got to jump in to conduct the class. So the same way, if you feel it, that, okay, I'm committed to my teacher. I got to jump in at 9 o'clock in the morning. And yeah, I'm going to do some sort of practicing. I'm going to learn something. I'm going to apply it through my presentation. And every single day, you are developing yourself. Right. So next thing I'd like to ask you is, as a teacher, I'm sharing you the whole truth, is when I started conducting this class, because it's live class, right? And the first thing, our brain is made, I would say our brain was made in millions years ago, right? And that's why it's not updated. And to get it updated, all you got to do is you need to feed yourself, right? As you take 3 times in a meal in a day, the same way, you got to feed your brain as well. How are you going to feed it? So you hang around with successful people, you hang around with mentors, you join the mastermind program, you mix up with very great people. And this is, you read books, you do the course, you do programs, and this is how you feed your brain and you update it, right? So when I started this class, I was thinking, wow, I'm going to conduct this class on live, right? And every second will be recorded. And, while I was speaking, probably I might be making some sort of mistakes, and still it will be recorded. People will say a lot of bad things behind me. They're going to comment it. You made this mistake, that mistake, how you become a teacher. And, finally what I said,
I said, don't think about the negative stuff. Why didn't you think about the positive stuff? Can you please type in the chat box positive? This is very, very important to understand. You got to be very positive. There are so many things out there is negative, right? Out of that, you got to be very positive. I didn't say only positive, very positive. And once you become positive, you see the opportunity out there. So the moment I started thinking, well, I can help thousands of students from every corner of the countries, right? Going to this live class and teach them. And the moment I started thinking that, well, I'm so selfish. I'm thinking about myself, that what's gonna people say about me, tell about me. Instead of, once I started thinking that, okay, if I do this, I could help thousands of people. Who cares about the negative comment, right? Then I started doing this, and you are here, right? So we are doing this for almost now over a year. So next batch is gonna be 13th batch, 13th, right? So I would definitely recommend you to invite your friends, your colleagues. There are a lot of students in the different groups. So invite them, give our message to them so that we can help them. Now, how many classes have you enjoyed so far? Type in the chat box. Is it, so today is class number 10. I'd like to thank you one more time to stay with me, because you are the crazy, right? So there are a lot of other students, they started this class, but they left. But you are positive, very positive. You are committed. You are making it. And you will see the massive result you're going to get at the end of this course, right? So, yeah. So I'd like to ask you, how many classes have you attended so far? Is it all? If you attended all the classes, please type in the chat box all. If you have attended 9 classes, type in the chat box 9. If you have attended 8 classes, type in the chat box 8. So how many classes have you attended? Type in the chat box. Okay. Thank you very much for responding. So Rukul Mother said 9 classes. Thank you. Tasneem said all classes. Alhamdulillah. Thank you. Thank you for responding. Umme has said 9 classes. Excellent. Mahmoud Al Hassan said, I missed first class. Okay, that's fine. You can still watch it. It's recorded. Sipar said all. Thank you. Saiful said 8. Thank you. Himmel Sikdar said all. Thank you for responding. Okay, now I can see a lot of students, they are saying all 10. Okay, thank you. Thank you for responding. So that means you're really committed, right? So I'd like to thank you. So the reason I said you are crazy, because you know who sees the light at the end of the tunnel? The crazy people, because they have got courage, they take risks, they drive down through the tunnel, and at the end they see the light, right? So you're gonna see the light at the end of this course. So you'll be much more confident. Okay, just I'm asking you right now. So you have started this course 10 days ago. Now you have gone through these 10 days. How many of you feel confident to speak English right now? Please type in the chat box confident. Just I'm really curious to see how many of you feel confident right now to speak in English. If you are, please type in the chat box confident. Just type in the chat box confident. I'd like to see how many of you are really confident, because this is very, very important. There are a lot of students out there, they know very well, right? So if you ask them to write, they can write. They know the grammar's rules and stuff. But if you ask some sort of questions in English, hey, how are you? So what are you up to? So what did you do recently? So if you ask these questions, they will start stammering. Stammering means right? They'll say, you know, sorry, I can't speak English. That's what they're gonna say, right? So, but you have done so far 9 presentations, right? So yeah, you were scared of this machine, but you want it, and every day you take your phone, you click the switch on button, and you start speaking in English, right? And I believe that, if you have got some sort of people around you, and if they started speaking in English, you will be able to respond them, answer them, question them, communicate them, right? So how many of you know how to communicate in English right now? Type in the chat box communication. Just I'm curious. I'd like to see how many of you really know how to do the communication. Please type in the chat box communication. Very quickly, type in the chat box communication. Okay, so today's class is all about comparison, right? So we're gonna start the class right now. Before that, I'd like to just share my screen so that you can see where we are going through. Okay, so it's all about comparison. Type in the chat box comparison, right? Just I'd like to remind you, how many of you have started practicing 3 times in a day for next 30 days? Type in the chat box. How many of you? I'd like to see how many of you started practicing 3 times in a day for next 30 days. Type in the chat box 3 times in a day next 30 days. Okay, so still, if you are struggling to speak English fluently, can you remember the medicine? So 4 questions you need to answer 3 times in a day next 30 days, right? How many questions? Please type in the chat box. Type in the chat box how many questions you got to practice. So these are the medicine. 4 questions is your medicine. All you got to do is you need to practice these 4 questions every single day, 3 times in a day, next 30 days. Please type in the chat box 3 times and next 30 days. Okay, so if you do it, you will improve your fluency, inshallah. Right, so make sure you practice these 4 questions every single day. So if you know what are the 4 questions, please type in the chat box, yes, I do. Do you know what are the 4 questions? Type in the chat box. If you know what are the 4 questions, please type in the chat box, yes, I do. My question is, do you know what are the 4 questions you got to practice every single day for next 30 days? Type in the chat box, yes, I do. Okay, so the first question is, what do you do every day? Second question is, what does your favorite person do every day? Third question is, what did you do yesterday? Fourth question is, what will you do tomorrow? So if you practice these 4 questions 3 times in a day, every single day for next 30 days, you'll see, wow, this is amazing. Now, I'm not struggling to make sentences, to deliver sentences, to speak English, to ask questions, to answer it. Wow, this is magic. So this medicine will work as a magic. So make sure you apply this magic to improve your fluency. Right. So now these are the 4 questions. Make sure you practice it every single day. So this is the comparison to this class. And now you got to be player, right? So please type in the chat box. Which one is the smallest country in the world? I'd like to see. I'd like to test your general knowledge, right? Kike janen je shobche choto country prithibite konta? Which one is the smallest country in the world? Please type in the chat box. And which one is the biggest country in the world? Type in the chat box these 2 countries' name. I know a lot of people love traveling. I do also. My next plan is to visit Europe, especially some other countries like Italy, especially some cities like Rome, Paris, and Switzerland. And there are beautiful places in Portugal as well. And I can stop myself going to Spain because there are a lot of sea beaches out there. And also I have got another places in my bucket is to visit Turkey as well. So I know traveling is everything for me, because if you travel a lot, you learn a lot. For example, if you learn something from a country and if you apply in your business is going to expand a lot. So it's the same thing. So if you have got some sort of experience traveling other countries, that's going to give some sort of boost to open your mind, and that's going to help you to build your career, business, and personal lives, right? So please type in the chat box which country are the smallest country and which country is the biggest country in the world. Okay, so a lot of people are saying Vatican City and Russia. Okay, thank you for responding. That's right. So Russia is the, okay, now how are you gonna say it? Give me the answer. Give me the full answer. Don't play shortcut. So the first question is, which one is the smallest country in the world? I'd like to see the full sentence. Which one is the smallest country in the world? I'd like to see the full sentence. Which one is the smallest country in the world? I'd like to see the full sentence. Type in the chat box very quickly. Right, so Vatican City is a nice place as well to visit. A lot of people, I mean, who practices Christianity, yeah, they go there. They go there. Right, so please type in the chat box which one is the smallest country in the world. Okay, Rabbi said Vatican City is the smallest country in the world. Thank you for responding. Himel Shida said Vatican City is the smallest country in the world. Thank you for responding. Okay, thank you, Mahamadul. Thank you, Jahan. Thank you, Rahman. Thank you, Rukul Meda. Thank you, Habiba. So Vatican is the smallest country in the world. Okay, thank you for responding. And now next question is, which one is the biggest country in the world? Give me the full sentence. Give me the full sentence. Which one is the biggest country in the world? Type in the chat box. Okay, no said, in my view, frankly speaking, Vatican City is a tiny country in the world. Okay, Vatican City is the smallest country in the world. Thank you for responding. Mamun, Tashmin said Vatican City is the smallest country and Russia is the biggest country in the world. Okay, thank you. Thank you for responding. So now the next question is, which one is the biggest country in the world? Which one is the biggest country in the world? Type in the chat box very quickly. Which one is the biggest country in the world? Okay, so Russia is the biggest country in the world. Thank you. Thank you for responding. Now, we're going to make some sort of comparison. You're right. You are right. So thank you for responding. So now we're going to make some sort of comparison so that you can understand how to utilize in speaking and writing as well. All right, so the smallest country in the world and the largest country in the world. So you know Vatican City and Russia. So now we're going to make some sort of comparison. So smaller and bigger, smaller and bigger. So can you please type in the chat box? How do you express this? So make a comparison, smaller and bigger. I'd like to see two sentences from you. So how we're gonna say it, I'm not telling you. However, we're gonna practice in such a way so that at the end of the class, you'll find it's very easy. Wow, why is English so easy? You'll see at the end of the class. So make sure you answer me whatever I'm asking you, right? So make a comparison. So how do you compare? Which one is bigger? Which one is smaller? Okay, type in the chat box very quickly. Which one is bigger? Which one is smaller? So you can say Vatican City is smaller than Russia, and Russia is bigger than Vatican City. Okay, one no, it's going to be smaller and bigger. So Vatican City is smaller than Russia, and Russia is bigger than Vatican City. Type in the chat box these two sentences. I'd like to see these two identical sentences in the comment box, right? Don't give me any other examples. Then a lot of students will be confused. We're gonna go with different comparison, different components. So start with the very basic, right? So Vatican City is smaller than Russia, and Russia is bigger than Vatican City. Type in chat box very quickly. I'd like to see these two sentences. Give me two sentences, not one. Vatican City is smaller than Russia, and Russia is smaller than Vatican City. Type in the chat box very quickly. Type in the chat box very quickly. Type in the chat box very quickly. So Vatican City is smaller than Russia. Russia is bigger than Vatican City. Okay, so you know these two comparisons. Now I'm going to give you two countries, right? So one is Bangladesh, the other one is India. So give me two sentences. One is Bangladesh, the other one is so give me two sentences using Bangladesh and India. So Bangladesh is, okay, thank you for responding. I can see a lot of comments. So Vatican is smaller than Russia and Russia is bigger than Vatican City. Thank you for responding. So now give me 2 more sentences comparing to Bangladesh and India. Okay, so Shishi said Bangladesh is smaller than India and India is larger or bigger than Bangladesh. Thank you. Thank you for responding. Okay, 2 more sentences I'd like to see from you. India is bigger than Bangladesh and Bangladesh is smaller than India. Okay, thank you. Thank you for responding. And now I'd like to give you 2 more, a few more examples so that you can understand better. Okay, so now you see the 3 countries here, Russia, Bangladesh, and Vatican City, right? So how many countries are there in this slide? Type in the chat box. How many countries can you see on the slide? It's 3 countries. Type in the chat box, 3. Now we're gonna make comparison among Russia, Bangladesh, and Vatican City, right? We're gonna make comparison among Russia, Bangladesh, and Vatican City. So now we're gonna start with Russia. So Russia is bigger than Bangladesh. Can you please type in the chat box? Russia is bigger than Bangladesh. Bangladesh is bigger than Vatican City. Vatican City is smaller than Bangladesh. Bangladesh is smaller than Russia. Right, so I'd like to see these 4 sentences. Right, so please type in the chat box. So bigger and smaller. So Russia is bigger than Bangladesh. Bangladesh is bigger than Vatican City. Vatican City is smaller than Bangladesh. Bangladesh is smaller than Russia. Right, give me 4 sentences. I'd like to see your comment very quickly. Okay, so Shishi said Bangladesh is bigger than Vatican City. Okay, I'd like to see 4 sentences from you. One is 4 sentences from you. Very quickly, please type in chat box. Russia is bigger than Bangladesh. Bangladesh is bigger than Vatican City. Vatican City is smaller than Bangladesh. Bangladesh is smaller than Russia. So Russia is the biggest country in the world and Vatican City is the smallest country in the world. Okay, Akram said Russia is bigger than Bangladesh. Bangladesh is bigger than Vatican City and Vatican City is smaller than Bangladesh. And Bangladesh is smaller than Russia. So we can say Russia is the biggest country in the world and Vatican City is the smallest country in the world. Did you get me? So we are making how many sentences? Russia is bigger than Bangladesh. Bangladesh is bigger than Vatican City. Vatican City is smaller than Bangladesh. Bangladesh is smaller than Russia. So Russia is the largest country in the world or biggest country in the world, and Vatican City is the smallest country in the world. So we are making 6 sentences. So if you know how to make these 6 sentences, that means you know how to do the comparison in English, right? So how many sentences you got to know? Type in the chat box. Only 6. Type in the chat box very quickly. If you know how to make these 6 sentences, you know how to do the comparison. So type in the chat box how many sentences you got to know. How many sentences do you have to know? Type in the chat box. কতগুলো কম্পারিজনের সেন্টেন্স আপনাকে শিখতে হবে? Only 6. So we're going to practice with different components in a moment so that you can understand. Right. So, but would like to make sure that you know these 6 sentences. Right. So no more writing. Now practice with me. Practice with me. I'll say 3, 2, 1, go. You need to give me 6 sentences. Ready? Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Let's start. Russia is bigger than Bangladesh. Bangladesh is bigger than Vatican City. Vatican City is smaller than Bangladesh. Bangladesh is smaller than Russia. So Russia is the biggest country in the world and Vatican City is the smallest country in the world, right? So if you made 6 sentences with me, please type in chat box done. I'd like to see how many of you practice with me these 6 sentences and you deliver 6 sentences and you have done it. Type in the chat box done, D-A-N-E. Okay, thank you for responding. Thank you for responding. Now, I'd like to take you to more sentences to make so that you can understand better, right? So I'd like to see some comments. So Himel said done. Thank you, Rabbi. Thank you, Sain. Thank you, Sultana. Thank you, Ahmed. Thank you, Mirda. Thank you, Ahmed. Thank you, Khan. Thank you, Begum. Okay, thank you. Thank you for responding. So we would like to make it one more time, but this time the challenge is you got to give me 6 sentences in one breath. How many breaths? Type in the chat box. Just one breath. Ekni sheshe shobgulo sentence amake dite hobe. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Let's start. Russia is bigger than Bangladesh. Bangladesh is bigger than Vatican City. Vatican City is smaller than Bangladesh. Bangladesh is smaller than Russia. So Russia is the largest country in the world. Vatican City is the smallest country in the world. Right. So you got to give me 6 sentences in one breath. 6 sentences in one breath. Would like to practice one more time. One more time. Ready? So make sure you give me 6 sentences in one breath. Ready? Right? We're gonna practice it one more time. Take the challenge. Can you do it? So 3, 2, 1, go. Let's start. Russia is bigger than Bangladesh. Bangladesh is bigger than Vatican City. So Vatican City is smaller than Bangladesh. Bangladesh is smaller than Russia. So Russia is the biggest country in the world and Vatican City is the smallest country in the world. So if you made 6 sentences in one breath, please type in the chat box 6 in 1. Yeah, that's right. I'd like to see how many of you made 6 sentences in one breath. If you do, please type in the chat box 6 in 1. That means you made 6 sentences in one. Okay, thank you. Thank you for responding. I'd like to see how many of you made 6 sentences in one breath. Okay, now we're gonna do some sort of comparison. So you have made this, right? Vatican City is smaller than Bangladesh. Bangladesh is smaller than Russia. Russia is larger than Bangladesh. Bangladesh is larger than Vatican. So Vatican is the smallest country. Russia is the largest one. Thank you. Thank you for responding. Now we're gonna do the comparison with pond, river, and sea. Pond, river, and sea. Pond, river, and sea. Right? So big, bigger, the biggest, smaller, smaller, small, smaller, the smallest. Okay, so now we're gonna make again 6 sentences using pond, river, and sea. So we're gonna start with pond. So we can say pond is smaller than river. River is smaller than sea. Sea is bigger than river. River is bigger than the pond. So among these 3 things, pond is the smallest one. Sea is the biggest one. Did you get it? So we need to make again 6 sentences. So don't write, just keep speaking with me, right? So I'd like to ask you, give me 6 sentences and you need to give me 6 sentences. Ready? 3, 2, 1, let's start. So pond is smaller than river. River is smaller than sea. Sea is bigger than river. River is bigger than pond. So pond is the smallest one and sea is the biggest one here. So among these 3 things, pond is the smallest one, sea is the biggest one. Okay, so can you make it 6 sentences using pond, river, and sea? If you can, please type in the chat box, yes, I can. Very quickly, type in the chat box, yes, I can. Okay, so I'd like to see how many of you can make these 6 sentences in one breath. So we're gonna practice in one breath. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Let's start. So pond is smaller than river. River is smaller than sea. Sea is bigger than river. River is bigger than sea. So pond is the smallest one. Sea is the biggest one. Right. So please type in chat box, yes, I can, if you can. Okay. Thank you for responding. I can see a lot of people are saying, yes, I can. Yes, I can. That's it. So now we are making it a bit complicated, right? We are making a bit difficult to understand the depth of comparison. So, you know, there are a lot of students, they make this mistake. They don't understand What's the difference between these two? So now I'm going to give you two examples. If I say pond is smaller than river, that's the right sentence. But if I say pond is smaller than the size of river, that's not a correct sentence, because you cannot compare with pond with the size. So if you'd like to compare the size, if you'd like to compare something, it has to be the same measurement, right? So for example, if you'd like to utilize here size, then you need to say the size of pond is smaller than the size of river. The size of river is smaller than the size of sea. The size of sea is bigger than the size of river. The size of river is bigger than the size of pond. So the size of pond is the smallest one and the size of sea is the biggest one. Do you get me? So you cannot compare with the size with something else. You got to compare with size and size, the amount of people with the amount of people.
Did you understand the difference between two things? If you understood, please type in the chat box understood. Okay, let me speak in Bengali. আপনি দুইটা জিনিসের যখন কম্পারিজন করবেন তখন দুইটা জিনিস সেম হতে হবে, রাইট? আপনি পন্ডের সাথে সাইজের তুলনা করতে পারবেন না, তাহলে সেন্টেন্স রং হয়ে যাবে। আপনাকে কি করতে হবে? দ্য সাইজ অফ পন্ডের সাথে দ্য সাইজ অফ রিভার এর কম্পেয়ার করতে হবে। বাট পন্ডের সাথে সাইজ অফ রিভার অথবা রিভারের সাথে দ্য সাইজ অফ পন্ড আপনি কম্পেয়ার করতে পারবেন না। Did you get it? If you really understood, please type in the chat box understood. So we can say the size of pond is smaller than the size of river. The size of river is smaller than the size of sea. The size of sea is bigger than the size of river. The size of river is bigger than the size of pond. So the size of pond is the smallest one. The size of sea is the biggest one. Okay. Okay. Let me say it, explain again. Okay. You cannot do comparison with the pond with the size of river or with the river with size of pond. So আপনি যদি কম্পারিজন করতে হয় আপনাকে কি করতে হবে? দুইটাই একই জিনিস হতে হবে, একটার সাইজের সাথে আরেকটা সাইজ আপনি কম্পেয়ার করতে পারবেন। So if you don't do the comparison with size and size, then you are making wrong sentences. So I'd like to, this is very important. This is very important for our students because sometimes they do the comparison with one thing to another and they do not understand that there has to be, that has to be the same thing once you're doing the comparison. Okay, so now you see the size of pond is smaller than the size of river, and the size of river is smaller than the size of pond. The size of sea is bigger than the size of river. The size of river is bigger than the size of pond. So which one is the biggest and which one is the smallest? Now, instead of saying the size of, we can say that of. Instead of saying size of, we can say that of. Right? For example, we say Tony, 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 then we say he. We say rice, 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 then we say eat, 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 right? So we use pronoun. So it's kind of similar thing. So আপনি size of এর পরিবর্তে কি ইউজ করতে পারেন? That of. So can you please type in the chat box size of equals that of. Size of equals that of. Very quickly, please type in the chat box. Size of equals that of. So you should use this sort of things in your writing. So once you utilize this sort of comparison and instead of using size of, you are using that of, then the examiner says, okay, these students understand this whole thing, structure. They know how to use different sort of expression instead of saying the same thing time and again. Right? So size of equal that of. Okay. So now, pay attention attentively, right? So the first sentence I'm saying the size of pond is smaller than the size of river, right? I said the size of pond is smaller than the size of river. So in the next sentence, I can say the size of river is smaller than that of sea. So here that of means size of. You got it? So the size of river is smaller than that of sea. The size of sea is bigger than that of river, and the size of river is bigger than that of pond. So pond is the
the size of pond is the smallest one, and the size of sea is the biggest one. So the size of, you should say that of. Okay, thank you. Thank you for responding. I think you understood it. And so we're going to go a bit further. So village, district, and country. Now, this is your exam. Give me 6 sentences using these 3 things: village, district, and country. You should say bigger. Don't say size. Size bolte hobe na. Just comparison these 3 things: village, district, and country. So bigger than, smaller than, biggest, smallest. So type in the chat box 3 sentences. I'd like to see how many of you can make this 6 sentences using village, district, and country. Quickly, very quickly, please type in the chat box. I would like to see 6 sentences using these 3 things: village, district, and country. Very quickly, type in chat box 6 sentences. I'd like to see. Okay, so we can say like this way: village is smaller than district, district is smaller than country, country is bigger than district, and district is bigger than village. So among these 3 places, village is the smallest one and country is the biggest one. Right? So I'd like to see 6 sentences in the chat box. Please give me 6 sentences. If you can make it, that means you understand the comparison. Very quickly, type in the chat box: village, district, and country. Very quickly, please type in the chat box: village, district, and country. Give me 6 sentences. So village is smaller than district, district is smaller than country, country is bigger than district, district is bigger than village. So village is the smallest one, country is the biggest one among these 3 places. Thank you. Thank you for responding. You will say village is smaller than district, district is smaller than country, country is bigger than district, district is bigger than village. Among these 3 places, village is the smallest one. So make sure you put TAC, the. Village is the smallest one and country is the biggest one. If you don't say the, you're making mistakes. So village is smaller than district, district is smaller than country, country is bigger than district, country is bigger than, really? Country is smaller than district. And okay, Habiba Sultana, I think you need to understand, right? Again, think about this. So country is bigger than district, district is bigger than village. Okay, let me tell you one more time. Still, you're making mistakes. So village is bigger than district, district is bigger than country, country is no. So village is smaller than district, district is smaller than country. So country is bigger than district and district is bigger than village. So village is the smallest one and country is the biggest one among these 3 places. Okay, so give me 6 sentences. I'd like to see everyone else comment. Type in chat box very quickly. Okay, thank you for responding. So now practice with me, right? So ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Let's start. Village is smaller than district, district is smaller than country, country is bigger than district, district is bigger than village. So the village is the smallest one and country is the biggest one. So if you don't put the, that means you are making mistakes. For the superlative degree, you need to put the biggest, the smallest, the most beautiful. Okay, I can see a lot of comments right now. Village is smaller than district, district is smaller than country, country is bigger than district, district is bigger than village. So village is the smallest one and country is the biggest one. Excellent, Rikulmrida. Thank you. Thank you for responding. So Nazmul Islam said village is smaller than district, district is smaller than country, country is bigger than district, district is bigger than village. So the country is the biggest and the village is the smallest one among these 3 places, right? So you need to give me 6 sentences. So if you know how to make the 6 sentences, you understand the comparison. Okay, make sure You practice it at home. Now, these are the connectors, right? These are the connectors you should use in your speaking time and again, in your writing as well. So can you please type in the chat box, connectors equal ornaments. Connectors equal ornaments. So what I mean by that is, you see, when the ladies, they wear ornaments, they look really good, gorgeous, excellent, right? So what does it mean? That means the ornaments, those made them more beautiful. In the same way, likewise, connectors make your language beautiful. So you should use these connectors in your speaking and writing. So please type in the chat box, connectors equal ornaments. Connectors equals ornaments. Right, so you should use this in your language, especially speaking and writing. So now we'd like to see how we're gonna use it. Right, so I'm gonna explain to you how you're gonna use it. For example, I'm gonna give you some sort of examples about studying abroad. Studying abroad, I'm gonna give some sort of example, and I'll try to make you understand how can I use this sort of connectors. For example, I would say studying abroad. So first of all, studying abroad is an exciting thing. Moreover, it offers you a lot of opportunities. Furthermore, you can experience different sort of culture. Also, you will have some sort of opportunities to settle there, and you can do some sort of comparison from your country to another country, right? So I'm giving some sort of positive examples, positive information, right? So first of all, moreover, furthermore, also, and. However, so that means you are changing the flow of your information. You are changing the direction of your information. So when I say however or but, that means you need to understand now I'm going to tell you something a bit quite opposite or different. So now I'm saying, however, you will suffer from homesickness, or however, you will miss your family members. However, you will miss your parents, right? So at the end, we can say, to summarize, I would say, still, I would like to study abroad. Did you get me? So if you really understood how to use connectors, please type in the chat box, understood. Type in the chat box, understood. Okay, I'm gonna give one more example. Right, so যখন আপনার ইনফরমেশন গুলো একই কায়দার হবে তখন কি ইউজ করবেন? ফার্স্ট অফ অল, মোরওভার, ফার্দারমোর, অলসো, এন্ড। আর যখনই আপনি ডিফারেন্ট টাইপ অফ ইনফরমেশন দিবেন, অপোজিট ইনফরমেশন দিবেন, তখন আপনি কি বলবেন? হাউএভার, বাট। সো যখনই এই কানেক্টরস গুলো ইউজ করবেন তখন এক্সামিনার বুঝে যাবে যে আপনি different sort of information দিচ্ছেন, right? So this is the style of English language, so you got to follow it, right? So now I'm going to give you another example. So let's say Donald Trump. Who knows Donald Trump? Who is he? Type in the chat box. I'd like to see. Who knows who is Donald Trump? So now I'd like to give some sort of information about Donald Trump. So first of all, Donald Trump was ex-president. Okay, Donald Trump is ex-president of USA, right? That's the first information I'm giving you. Moreover, he is a business magnate. He's a businessman. Furthermore, he does business in real estate. Also, he got married, I'm not sure, 3-4 times. And he donates a lot of money to charity, right? However, he disrespects the woman, and he sometimes makes some negative comments about women. Finally, I'd like to say he's a successful person in the world, right? So this is how I need to give information, and I need to use connectors, right? So first of all, moreover, furthermore, also, and once you change the direction, you should say however, but, nonetheless, nevertheless, and this is how you need to utilize these connectors. So if you really understood the connectors, please type in the chat box connector. I'd like to see some of them. They're gonna say signpost markers, whatever you name it is the same thing. So please type in the chat box. Type in the chat box if you know connectors now. Please type in the chat box connectors. I'd like to see how many of you know about the connectors, right? So now I'd like to take one more thing. So we're gonna go a bit fast so that you can okay, I think okay, so now we're gonna learn a little bit about preposition and pronunciation. And before that, just I'd like to go through, because you know it is very easy as well. So use of modal. So we're gonna use them in our speaking, right? So can means ability. Can you please type in chat box? Can means ability. I mean present ability. For example, I can teach you, I can ride bicycle, I can use computer. So I have got the ability. That's why I'm used can. So type in the chat box, can means ability. Could means past ability. Could means past ability. For example, I used to swim in my childhood, but I don't swim anymore. So I forgot how to swim. So I could say I could swim in my childhood, right? Could means past ability, right? So may means possibility. May means possibility. Might means less possibility. Might means less possibility. Shall means future. So I shall do it, we shall do it, future, right? So should means suggestion. For example, you should give your presentation every single day. You should find out some sort of speaking partner so that you can practice and improve your English. So should means suggestions. So will for future. So would means past habit or past activities. Would means past activities. Must means certainty. Must means certainty. Okay. So these are the things you need to understand. So can means present ability, could means past ability, may means possibility, might means less possibility, shall future, should we're gonna use for recommendation, suggestion. You should study abroad. You should study UK University. You should get a better score in IELTS exam before applying for the university. So this kind of suggestion, recommendation. So you can use should, will, future, would, past action, past activities. For example, I would go to school on foot or by walking. I would study in the village primary school. I would swim every single day in the pond when I was a child. So would means past actions you are describing, and must means certainty. Must means certainty. Okay, so you got it. You got it. This is the meaning of modal. So now we're gonna make some sentences, right? So I can practice, we can practice, you can practice, you can practice, they can practice, he can practice, she can practice, it can practice, Tony can practice, right? So that means we are telling that we have got the ability to practice, right? So can means practice. So now practice with me. Ready? So once I say 3, 2, 1, go, you need to give me these 9 sentences. with can. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Let's start. I can practice, we can practice, you can practice, you can practice, they can practice, he can practice, she can practice, it can practice, Tony can practice. Thank you. Thank you. So if you made 9 sentences, please type in the chat box 9. Very quickly. Type in the chat box 9. 9. Okay, next is could, right? We're going to practice with could. So I could, ready? Practice with me. 3, 2, 1, go. Let's start. I could practice, we could practice, he could practice, he could practice, they could practice, he could practice, she could practice, it could practice, Tony could practice, right? So next one is may. May. We're going to practice with may. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Let's start. Speak loudly. I may practice, we may practice, you may practice, you may practice, they may practice, he may practice, she may practice, it may practice, Tony may practice. Okay. Next one is might. Practice with me. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. I might practice, we might practice, you might practice, you might practice, they might practice, he might practice, she might practice, it might practice, Tony might practice. Okay, next one is shall. So I shall practice, we shall practice, he shall practice, you shall practice, they shall practice, he shall practice, she shall practice, it shall practice, Tony shall practice. Then next one is should, right? So practice with me, should. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. I should practice, we should practice, he should practice, he should practice, they should practice, he should practice, she should practice, it should practice, Tony should practice. So next one is will, right? So we have practiced in the future form. Anyway, so next one is would. I would practice, we would practice, you would practice, you would practice, they would practice, he would practice, she would practice, it would practice, Tony would practice. Next one is must. Must. So practice with me, right? 3, 2, 1, go. Let's start. I must practice, we must practice, you must practice, you must practice, they must practice, he must practice, she must practice, it must practice, Tony must practice. Thank you. Thank you for practicing with me. Now, I'm going to give you some sort of different uses of this model. Right? So if you'd like to be very polite, you can say could. For example, if you're asking some sort of permission, then you can say could. Right? So could you please pass me the salt? So when you are in dining table and you need some sort of salt, then you can request them. Could you please pass me some salt? So could, you can use could to be very polite. So can you please type in the chat box? Could means very polite. Could means very polite. Type in the chat box. Could means very polite. And also we can use would for politeness as well. Right? So could means very polite. So you can say, could you please help me? Could you please give me that book? Could you please practice with me? Could you please see me? Could you please borrow some money? So could means very polite, right? So you should use this expression. Now, you know, sometimes we use some sort of suggestion in the past. Should have means suggestion in the past. Can you please type in the chat box? Should have means suggestion in the past. Should have means suggestion in the past. For example, in Bengali, let me say it in Bengali. So আপনি বলতে পারেন যে তোমার এটা করা উচিত, you should do this, right? যদি এটাকে অতীতে বলতে চান, you should have done this, এটা তোমার করা উচিত ছিল, right? So you should practice, তোমার ইংরেজি, তোমার প্র্যাকটিস করা উচিত, you should have practiced, তোমার প্র্যাকটিস করা উচিত ছিল. So should have verb 3 means suggestion for the past, okay, or suggestion in the past. So should have means suggestions in the past, right? Thank you for responding. So now I'm gonna give you a sentence and you should give me a sentence using should have, right? So please make it in English. তোমার IELTS 7 পাওয়া উচিত ছিল. তোমার IELTS 7 পাওয়া উচিত ছিল, right? So give me a sentence using should have. তোমার IELTS 7 score করা উচিত ছিল.
Okay, so Zaidul, that's right. So you know, British people, they are so polite. They say could and also they say please. Could you please pass me? Could you please give me? Could you please? So they always say please. So if you'd like to be very polite,
like British people, you should say please. When you go for the shopping, so the customer service, the people ask, so would you like to have some water as well? So for example, if you go to McDonald's, they're gonna ask you, so can I get your order, please? And you'll say, yeah, sure. Can I please have, or could I please have veggie bean burger meal? So meal means chips, fries, drink, and burger, right? So, or if you say, can I please have a veggie bean burger? And they're gonna ask, you say, would you like to make a meal? Meal means fries, drink, and burger. And you're gonna say, yes, please. And they're gonna say, so what drink would you like to have? And they're gonna say, can I please have some Coke? Or can I please have some water? Or can I please have some orange juice? So they always say please, right? And then they're gonna say, okay, yeah, I got it. So if the order is correct on the screen, please drive down for the next window. So in McDonald's, especially for the drive-through, so you order the food, then you go to the next window, they take your payment, and you go to the next window, they deliver your food. And this is how the drive-through works. I'm not sure about the other countries. So they always say please. So from now on, you should say please as well, right? So now my question was should have, right? So তোমার IELTS 7 পাওয়া উচিত ছিল. You should have got 7 out of 9 IELTS. Thank you. You should have got 7 in IELTS. Thank you. Thank you. You should have scored. You should have achieved. Okay, thank you. You got it. You nailed it. You nailed it, right? So yeah, this is how you need to practice. So if you understand modal now, and if you can use modal in your daily speaking, please type in the chat box, I can. Can you use modal? Type in the chat box. Give me the answer. Can you use modal? Right. So let me recap one more time. So can we use for present ability? Could use for past ability? May, possibility, might, less possibility, shall for future, should for suggestion in the present, should have plus verb 3, suggestion in the past, will for future, would past activities, past action, must for certainty. Okay, thank you for responding. So that means you can use modal. Okay, now we're gonna move a bit forward. So this is all about the preposition, right? So preposition is a giant thing. The more you're gonna learn, the more you're gonna confused. Okay, I'm joking. So all you got to do is you need to understand the sense of using preposition, right? So if you analyze this word preposition, that means pre plus position. Can you please type in the chat box? Type in the chat box, pre plus position. Pre plus position. Type in the chat box. Pre plus position equals preposition. Okay, Zaidul said, could you take a cup of juice? Okay, Zaidul, it sounds better if you say, could you please take a cup of juice? Okay, so always they use please. So please type in the chat box, pre plus position equals preposition. Pre plus position equals preposition. Pre plus position equals preposition. Pre plus position equals prepositions. Okay, so now if you understand the all sort of positions very well, that means you can use preposition. So now today we're gonna try to understand what sort of preposition we're gonna use in different location, in different positions, right? So pre plus position equals position. So preposition is nothing, just you need to understand what sort of preposition you're gonna use before some sort of location or prepositions, right? So now what I'm gonna do, I will go to this class prepositions, and I would like to make sure that you understand the whole thing. Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna learn and we're gonna utilize how to use preposition. So stay with me, just I'm pulling out my presentation again one more time. So here you go. What you can see. Oh my God. So okay, here you go. So this is preposition, right? So if you understand the different movement positions and all that stuff, that means you will understand preposition. So basically there are two types of preposition. One is preposition of place, the other one is preposition of movement. So can you please type in the chat box two things: preposition of place and preposition of movement. Preposition of place and preposition of movement. So please type in the chat box preposition of place and preposition of movement. So preposition of place means what sort of preposition you're gonna use in different places. For example, if it is a place big, you use in. If it is a small, you use at. For example, you live in Bangladesh, right? So it's a big place, that's right. And also you can say I live at Dhaka in Bangladesh. If you compare these two places, you can say I live at Dhaka in Bangladesh, right? So also you can say in Dhaka. So you can say I live at Mirpur in Dhaka, right? So it depends on the position. It depends on the things. So once you understand that, okay, what sort of preposition should I use? So did you understand that I use in and at for Dhaka? So once I have compared these two things, then I understand, okay, this is the big place, that's why I should put in. This is a small place, that's why I should use at. So for example, I can say I live at Harlow in the United Kingdom, or I live at Harlow in Essex, right? So preposition of place and preposition of movement. So this kind of preposition we're gonna use, and that's called preposition of place. So in this category, we will understand what sort of preposition we're gonna use in different places. And on the other hand, we should use some sort of preposition when you see the movement, right? Something is not still, stagnant, it's movement. So once you see some sort of things are moving here and there, and that would be different sort of preposition. So both of the prepositions, we're gonna learn it today. So let me share my screen again. So now would like to go through this. You see preposition of place. So you see there is a box and there is a ball. Now I'd like to ask you, where is the ball? Your answer should be the ball is in the box. Where is the ball? The ball is in the box. Where is the ball? The ball is on the box. Where is the ball? The ball is under the box. Where is the ball? The ball is next to the box, right? So next one, where is the ball? The ball is between the boxes. What is the ball? The ball is among the boxes. So for two, we use between. More than two, we use among, right? So what is the ball? The ball is in front of the box. What is the ball? The ball is behind the box. So where is the ball? The ball is above the box. You see the gap. When you see the gap, you use above. And what is the ball? The ball is below the box. What is the ball? The ball is near the box. Where's the ball? The ball is far from the box. The box is here, the ball is here, far from the box. Okay, so we can use this sort of preposition in different places. For example, if I ask you, now answer me. I'll just point the cursor and you need to answer me. So can you please answer me? Shortcut. Answer me in short answer. So where is the ball? You should say in the box. Where is the ball? In the box, right? Next one. Where is the ball? Very quickly type in the chat box. The ball is on the box. Where is the ball? Under the box. Where is the ball? Next to the box. Where is the ball? Between the boxes. Where is the ball? Among the boxes. Just give me the preposition. Write down only preposition. Where is the box? Where is the ball? The ball is in front of the box. Where is the ball? The ball is behind the box. Where is the ball? The ball is above the box. Where is the ball? The ball is below the box. Where is the ball? The ball is near the box. Where is the ball? The ball is far from the box. So only the difference is, যখন দেখেন যে
একটা আরেকটার সাথে মিশে আছে, right? On the surface, we say on the box, right? On the surface. I am on the floor. I'm walking on the floor. So the mouse is on the table, right? So this is how you need to clear the sense. So the moment you see is on the surface is on the box. When you see the gap is above the box. Did you understand the difference? So যখন একটা একটার সাথে লেগে থাকে তখন আমরা কি ইউজ করি on the box, under the box. আর যখন একটা গ্যাপ থাকে তখন আমরা কি ইউজ করি above the box, below the box, right? This is the only two different things. Other than you understand the whole thing. So now this is the preposition of place, right? And now preposition of movement. So there is some sort of movement going over there. So we should use preposition of movement. So now where's the ball? The ball is rolling down the stairs. The ball is rolling down the stairs, right? Where's the ball? The ball is rolling up the stairs. Rolling up the stairs, right? So where is the ball? The ball is going out of the box. Where is the ball? The ball is going into the box. Where is the ball? The ball is toward the box. Where is the ball? The ball is rolling away from the box. Where is the ball? The ball is going past the box or rolling past the box. Where is the ball? The ball is rolling over the box, right? Mishana, to gap, okay. So where is the box? The ball is rolling onto the box, right? Jodi mishe jay tale on, jodi mishe na jay tale above, right? So or over. So where is the ball? The ball is rolling off the box. Where is the ball? The ball is rolling around the cube or around the box. Where is the ball? The ball is under the box, right? So now I'm going to ask you a question. You need to give me only preposition. আমি যখন আপনাকে কোশ্চেন করব আপনার কি করতে হবে? আনসার করতে হবে only preposition. So where's the ball rolling? Right? So you see down. Just type in the chat box down. So what is the ball rolling? Down. Next one. What is the ball rolling? Up the stairs. So type in the chat box up. So what is the ball rolling? The ball is rolling out of the box. Ball boxer বাইরে চলে যাচ্ছে. What is the ball? The ball is rolling into the box. যখন বক্সের মধ্যে আসতেছে গতিশীল তখন কি into the box. What is the ball? The ball is rolling toward the box. Where is the ball? The ball is rolling away from the box. Where is the ball? The ball is rolling past of the box. Where is the ball? The ball is rolling over the box. Next one is where is the ball? Where is the ball rolling? The ball is rolling onto the box. Where is the ball? The ball is rolling off the box. Where is the ball? The ball is rolling around the cube. Where is the ball? The ball is rolling under the box, right? So now in our daily activities, we should use this sort of preposition when we see some sort of movement. যখন একটা মুভমেন্ট থাকবে, চলা গতি থাকবে, তখন আমরা কি করব? Preposition of movement ইউজ করব. Now we can say I'm walking down the stairs. I'm walking down the stairs. I'm walking up the stairs. Right? So I'm going out of the station. I'm going out of the university. I'm going out of the hall. I'm going into the university. I'm going into the club. I'm going into the restaurant, right? You can say it. So you can also say I'm going toward the restaurant. Okay, so can you please type in the chat box toward and to? Is very, very important. Toward and to. Just type in the chat box toward and to. So toward means direction and to means destination. That's the only difference. Toward means direction, to means destination. For example, if I say I'm driving towards London, that means I'm going towards the London. That means you can sense that my direction is going to London, but I'm not going to London, or I might go to London. But when I say I'm going to London, that means my destination is London. So please type in the chat box toward and to. So toward means direction, to means destination. Can you please type in the chat box? Toward means direction, to means destination. So when you'd like to mention some sort of destination, you should say to. For example, I really want to go to Switzerland. I really want to go to Switzerland. I really want to go to the UK. I really want to go to USA. So to means destination, right? So when you say direction, that means toward. I would like to go, okay, I'm driving toward Dhaka. I'm driving toward Islamabad. So I'm giving some sort of direction. You don't know where I'm going, but you know my direction is toward Dhaka, right? So that's the only thing. So to means destination, towards means direction. Make sure you understand it, right? So yeah, you should use this sort of preposition in your daily life. Now we're gonna go a bit further. So okay, so now we're gonna quickly go through this picture, so you can see on the screen this picture. So you see, this is a cat and this is a window. So if I ask you, where is the cat? The cat is at the window. The cat is at the window. So type in the chat box at. So where is the cat? Where's the cat? The cat is above the dog. The cat is above the dog. Above can holo. So is a space, right? So jodi ফাঁকা থাকে তাহলে কি বলবো? Above. Above the. So the cat is above the dog. Please type in the chat box above. Right. So below. Where is the dog? The dog lies below the cat. So preposition is below. The dog lies below the cat. Please type in the chat box below. Now, so where is the dog? The dog lies on the rug. কুকুরটি রাগের উপরে শুয়ে আছে. So মিশে আছে, right? On the surface. So he's on the rug. So please type in the chat box on the rug. So where is the dog? The dog lies on the rug. So now, where is the dog? So this is the desk and this is the dog, right? So the dog is under the desk. So type in the chat box under. The dog is under the desk. So now where's the dog? Where's the cat? You see, this is the cat, this is the table. So the cat is on top of the table. The cat is on the top of the table. So on top of. Type in the chat box on top of. Now you see in front of. So there is a fireplace, right? This is the fireplace. So especially in cold countries, you'll see some sort of heating or fireplace. So in winter, so you fire the wood and the house get warm. So this is called fireplace. So now the question is, where is the cat? The cat is in front of the fireplace, in front. So you can say, I'm standing in front of my house. I'm standing in front of the university. I'm standing in front of the airport. Right. So in front of, the cat is in front of the fireplace. Next one is, so you see is mouse. So type in the chat box. Mouse means what? Type in the chat box. And this is black cat, this is yellow cat, and this is mouse, right? So where is the mouse? The mouse is between the cats. The mouse is between the cats. So please type in the chat box between. The mouse is between the cats. Right. So next. So where is the mouse? The mouse is in the drawer. Drawer mode. In the drawer. Right. So type in the chat box in. The mouse is in the drawer. So next to. You see next to. So you can say he's sitting next to me. Where is? So if your mom say, where is your brother? You can say he's sitting next to me, or I'm sitting next to him. So you can say it, right? Next to means pashe. So now, if I say, where is the dog? The dog is sitting next to the boy. So please type in the chat box next to. The dog is sitting next to the boy. So next to, mani pashe. Behind mani holo pisone, right? So where is the dog? The dog is still, okay, the dog is behind the chair. The dog is behind the chair. So type in the chat box very quickly. Where is the dog? Type in the chat box behind. The dog is behind the chair, right? So these are the preposition of place. So you see at the window, above, below, on, under, on the top, in front of the place, between, in the drawer, next to, behind, right? So this is the preposition of place. So now you see between the boxes, among the boxes, in front of the boxes, above the box, below the box, near the box, far from the box. Okay, now what I'm gonna do, I will play a game with you right now. Right now. Okay, so here you go. So you need to understand this thing. So is along the road. So where is Mr. Sunny going? He's going along the road. So across the road, through the tunnel, through the tube, right? Through the pipe. So now I'd like to go through this video. Ready? Are you ready? So I'm going to show you a video. You need to write down the preposition. So if you're ready, please type in the chat box ready. R-E-A-D-Y. I will show you a video and you got to write down the preposition so fast. You're going to see the video and you need to write down the preposition. What preposition you should use. So type in the chat box ready if you are ready. Okay, so now I'm playing the video. Okay, so let's play with very beginning. Okay.
Prepositions of place. Above the box.
Okay, so the first one is above the box. What's the second one? So what is the ball? The ball is above the box. What is the second one? Please type. Please type your answer. So for the second one, what preposition are you gonna use? Very quickly, type in the chat box. Okay, so see.
Below the box.
Okay, so the ball is below the box. So answer is below, right? Next one. Okay, so what are the two prepositions you're gonna use here? Type in the chat box. Two preposition. What is the ball in the first picture? What is the ball in the second picture? Type in the chat box very quickly. Right, so quick test. I'd like to see how much have you learned through this class, and still if you can remember. So give me two prepositions. For example, if you say on and under, so on and under. So I can see two prepositions at a time. So let's see if you're right or wrong.
On the box.
Okay, on the box, congratulations. Who said on the box?
Under the box.
Under the box, congratulations again. Okay, thank you. So next one. Okay, so type in the chat box. So what are the two prepositions you're going to use in this situation? The first one and second one. Very quickly, type in the chat box. Okay, so let's see.
In front of the box.
The first one is in front of the box. So in front of.
Behind the box.
Behind or behind the box. Okay, so in front of and behind. I'd like to see how many of you said in front and behind. So thank you, Himel. Zahid, thank you. So you gave only one answer. You got to give me two answers, in front of and behind, right? So see the next one. Okay, so give me two prepositions. The first one and second one, very quickly. So I can see a lot of people are saying in front of, behind, in front of, behind. Okay, now you are making your sense clear. Thank you for responding. So in this situation, so what preposition are you going to use for the first one and second one? Very quickly, type in the chat box. Okay, very quickly, see.
Next to the box.
So first one is next to.
In the box.
And in the box. So who said next to and in? Congratulations. Right, so next one.
Between the boxes.
Okay, between the boxes. What would be the next one? Second one. So first one is between. What would be the second one? Type in the chat box very quickly. Let's see what's the answer.
Among the boxes.
Okay, so between, among. Type in the chat box. Type in the chat box very quickly. Between and among. Right, so don't give me the full sentences. Give me only preposition. Okay, so now, so type in the chat box. What are the two preposition you're gonna use? Very quickly, type in the chat box. What are the two preposition you're gonna use in this situation? Okay, thank you for responding. Let's see.
Near the box.
Okay, near the box.
Far from the box.
Far from the box.
Prepositions of movement.
Okay, so preposition of movement. So what sort of preposition are you gonna use? You see the box, you see ball is coming. Type in the chat box. What kind of preposition are you gonna use? Very quickly, type in the chat box. Okay, let's see. Okay, you see the movement of the ball. Now give me the preposition. What preposition are you gonna use? Okay, let's see.
Onto the box.
Okay, the ball is going onto the box. Onto. Okay, so the first one was onto. What about this one? Very quickly, type in the chat box.
Off the box.
So the ball is rolling off the box. Off the box. So type in the chat box. What preposition are you gonna use? Very quickly, type in the chat box. What preposition are you gonna use? Okay, let's see.
Under the box.
So the ball is going under the box. Okay. So in this position, what preposition are you gonna use? Okay, thank you for responding. Quickly.
Over the box.
Okay, so over the box. Over the box. Okay, next one. Okay, so you see the direction the ball is going. Type in the chat box very quickly. So let's see who can answer it.
Away from the box.
So the ball is going away from the box. You can say I'm going away from the university campus. I'm going away from the classroom. Okay, so what are you gonna say it? Type in the chat box very quickly. Let's see if you can make it right.
Toward the box.
So toward the box, right? So direction, the ball is going toward the box. Next one. Okay, so the ball is going past the box. So you can say I'm going past the school, right? So আপনি যখন কোনো কিছু পাস করে চলে যাবেন, so you can use this preposition, past the school.
Past the box.
So the ball is going past the box. Okay, so what preposition are you going to use? Type in chat box. So if you consider it's a tunnel and the ball, so if I ask you where's the ball going to, type in the chat box very quickly. Okay,
Through the tube.
so through the tube or through the tunnel. Thank you for responding. Through কোনো কিছু ভিতর দিয়ে যাওয়া, through. Okay, so what preposition are you going to use? So what is the ball rolling? Okay, thank you for responding.
Up the stairs.
Okay, so the ball is rolling up the stairs. The ball is rolling up the stairs, right? Next one. Okay, so what preposition are you going to use? So up the stairs, and type in the chat box very quickly.
Down the stairs.
Down the stairs. Okay, the ball is rolling down the stairs. So what preposition are you going to use? What is the ball going? Let's see how many of you can answer it. So where is the ball going? Okay,
Out of the box.
so out of the box. The ball is going out of the box. So out of, preposition is out of.
Into the box.
So going inside means into the box. So you can say I'm getting into the car, I'm going into the train. So what preposition are you going to use here?
Around the box.
So the ball is rolling around the box, right?
Along the road.
The ball is rolling along the road.
Across the road.
The ball is going across the road. Okay,
Prepositions of place. Above the dog. Below the cat. In front of the fireplace. Behind the chair. Next to the boy. In the drawer. On the rug. Between the cats. On top of the table. Under the desk.
Okay, so well done. So now please type in the chat box if you have got the clear understanding of preposition. So especially preposition of place and preposition of movement. What sort of situation you're gonna use, what sort of preposition. So if it is clear to you, if it is clear than previous time, then type in the chat box clear. I'd like to see. I'd like to see how many of you are really clear. How many of you are really clear about the preposition? So type in the chat box clear. I'd like to see. Okay, so next thing I'd like to share with you is a little bit. It's very little bit. Just I'm gonna take you 2-3 minutes. Then we're gonna wrap up the class. I know the class is getting really longer. So regarding the preposition, I would like to request to consider 3 sounds. That's going to help you a lot to pronounce better. So can you please type in the chat box P, T, and K? Very quickly, type in the chat box P, T, and K. P, T, and K. Very quickly, type in the chat box P, T, and K. P, T, and K. Yeah, just 3 letter, but we are not considering this as letter, as sound. P, T, and K, right? So please pronounce with me P, T, and K. So when you would like to pronounce this sound, so you should take a paper and you should say P, T, and K. P, T, and K. Can you see it's vibrating? So you need to practice with this, something like this. So you need to take it and just you need to pronounce this sound P, T, and K. So if you see is hitting the paper, your air which is coming from the mouth is hitting the paper and is vibrating, that means you are pronouncing the right way. Don't exaggerate it, right? So just simply P, T, and K, right? So these are the 3 sounds, is very important. So once you understand how to pronounce these 3 sounds, I will say 80% of your pronunciation will be corrected, right? So we're gonna watch another video. So P, T, and K. So can you please practice with me? P, 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 T, 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 K, K, K. Okay, now, so these are the videos I'd like to share with you with a lady. She's a instructor doing the she's a very good teacher for pronunciation. So I would like to learn from her, right? So please so watch this video and practice with her, right? So we're gonna practice with her. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Let's start.
What I like to call the air puff sounds. This group of Hello and welcome to the Clear English Corner. In today's American English pronunciation lesson, we're going to talk about what I like to call the air puff sounds. This group of sounds includes p, represented by the letter P, t, represented by the letter T, and k, represented most often by the letters C and K. Here's the secret to these sounds. At the beginning of words and stressed or emphasized syllables, these sounds are aspirated or pronounced with a puff of air, hence the name air puff sounds. The tendency for a lot of non-native English speakers is to pronounce these sounds without the air puff. As a result, the air puff sounds begin to sound more like their cognate or sister sounds. So, p sounds more like b, t sounds more like d, and k sounds more like g. When this happens, words like pig and big, to and do, came and game begin to sound the same. So here's the trick. If you're pronouncing the air puff sounds correctly, you can actually feel a small puff of air on your hand if you hold it up in front of your lips. Try it with me. Puff, puff, air puff, puff, no air puff. T, t, air puff. D, no air puff. K, k, air puff. No air puff. So again, we can use minimal pairs, which are words that are exactly the same except for the sounds that we're contrasting, to really get a feel and focus on how the sounds are different, the sounds that we want to produce versus the sounds that we're currently producing. So let's try some minimal pairs for p and b. P, B, pen, Ben.
Okay. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna practice with this lady, right? So we're gonna repeat after her. So সবাই আমরা একটু repeat করব, so that we can understand and we can learn the sound. Ready? So please practice with her.
Pay, bay, peach, beach, park, bark, pig, big, path, bath, pug, bug, pie, buy, peg, beg. Are you feeling that puff of air on your hand as you pronounce the words that start with P? P, p. Let's try some pairs with T and D. Now for these pairs, because of the way your tongue is changing the path of the air leaving your mouth, you won't feel the air puff coming directly in front of your lips like it does with P. You'll want to hold your hand at an angle downward because the air moves away from your mouth in a downward motion for this sound. So let's give it a try. 10, den, 2, do, T, D, tip, dip, tie, die, town, down, tank, dank, tour, door, tart, dart, tug, dug. Awesome. And finally, let's try some pairs for k and g. Again, because the path the air is taking as it leaves your mouth, you'll want to hold your hand at more of a downward angle in order to feel the air puff as you make this sound. Here we go. Card, guard, class, glass, coal, goal, cap, gap, cage, gauge, coat, goat, cold, gold, curl, girl, came, game, could, good. Excellent practice. Now, remember, as you're working through these pairs, the puff of air isn't forceful. You don't want to overdo it like someone is socking you in the stomach. No, that's not what we want. It's not a pen or a tip or a coat. It's a pen, a tip, or a coat. So in parting, just remember when these sounds come at the beginning of words or stressed syllables, they're pronounced with a gentle puff of air. So there you have it, the inside scoop on air puff sounds and how to pronounce these sounds in American English. Are you ready for some more help and a little extra practice to take your skills to the next?
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much listening to her. So now, can you please type in chat box if you really understand how to pronounce these three sounds, P, T, and K. So if you really understood, please type in chat box understood. I'd like to see how many of you really understood that how you can practice these things. Type in the chat box understood. I'd like to see. Very quickly, please type in the chat box understood. Very quickly, please type in the chat box understood. Okay. Okay, so now I'm gonna give you the homework, and before giving the homework, so tomorrow's class would be last class with me. That's gonna be transformation of sentences. So make sure you jump into the class on time, and you get ready, you get excited for the class, because once you understand the whole thing is how to use what is called transformation of sentence. That means you can give a lot of expression using different structure. For example, before just used to use some sort of simple sentences. Now once you practice this, you'll be able to utilize complex and compound. So that means you are giving a variation of sentences and structure and expression in your speaking and writing, and this is how there's gonna be a lot. So now I'd like to share with you the homework. So this is your homework. Homework is hassle-free education. So this is your homework. So you need to introduce yourself. Hi, my name is Habib, and I'm from UK. And today I'd like to share with you a topic is hassle-free education. Right. So you need to explain. I got hassle-free education through Facebook. One of their staff or some of my friends invited me to join this course, and this is how I found hassle-free education. And now I can speak English. Now I have given 10 presentation. Now I'm much more confident. And what did you learn over 9 days? So you can say I have started from present form, and the structure was subject plus verb, and I gave a presentation about myself and what I do every day. And the second class I have learned third person singular number, and I gave a presentation about what does my favorite person do every day. Third class I have learned how to ask question, and especially deep question, and that's helped me a lot to make questions rapidly. Now I can ask any questions to anyone else using those sort of a structure like WS question. This is called deep questions class, and that helped me a lot. And after that, I learned so many things about study in the UK, USA, and Canada. And now I got all the information, and I can make my decision on the basis of those information. And yeah, so then what's your aha moment of this course? So your aha moment means, okay, so aha moment means a moment is unique, is special, right? So that's called aha moment. Can you please type in the chat box? Aha moment means a special moment. So you can say, I was too shy to record my speech on video on phone, but the first class I was so scared. Anyway, my teacher pushed me a lot and I did it. Now this is very simple thing. Now I can record my video and post on YouTube. It's kind of presentation. So by doing that, I improve my presentation skill, right? So now the next question is, how can I improve more? So you can say, okay, I have done this course and I'm really pleased to have this course. And on the top of that, I need to practice 4 questions next 30 days, 3 times in a day. Once I do that, then I will overcome the struggle of my fluency, and I'll be much more confident to speak English in front of the public. So yeah, that's the thing. And second thing is, I am really committed to join the next IELTS course so that I can learn so many things about the 4 modules like speaking, reading, writing, and listening. And by doing that, I'll improve my English a lot, right? So if you have got any positive or negative comments, so for example, positive is how the stuff is, teacher is, and blah blah blah, and negative is, if you think something needs to improve and we have something done wrong, so you should mention that. And next question is, would you recommend us of your friends, colleagues, classmates, cousins? If your answer is yes, then say definitely I would recommend my friends, family members to this course. And why? You can give a lot of reasons. There are many reasons I would like to recommend this course, because this is completely free. You don't have to pay any money. Second thing is, you got to be committed. And the third one is, once you finish this course, you're going to change your life through this education, because the course 12 days speaking challenge is not only the class, is just changing your mindset as well, right? Changing your attitude. So once you become positive, once you are committed, once you are disciplined, you can achieve whatever you want to achieve. So thanks for listening to me, right? So don't ask and answer. So first of all, once you practice, then you should ask and answer these questions, and then you need to give a presentation. Hi, my name is Habib. Today I'd like to share the topic is called hassle-free education. This is how I knew it, and this is how and finally, thanks for listening to me. Okay, so now I'm going to ask you a question. So how many of you'd like to give a presentation about hassle-free education? And once you finish your presentation, you need to submit this in your Facebook group, and once you submit, you need to click the share button, right? So you should share with your friends, family members on Facebook, so that they can understand, they can know that you have joined the course, you have improved a lot, and they'll come back to you and they'll ask for help. So I helped you, you should help 2 more people, 3 more people, 5 more people, right? So make sure you are helping people as I'm helping you, right? So type in the chat box me if you'd like to give a presentation on this topic, and if you'd like to share this on your Facebook. And I'd like to thank you so much who have already shared on your Facebook, your presentation, and you have seen that a lot of students, a lot of your friends, they came back to you, they asked a lot of questions about the course, and you giving them more information, you are helping them. And this is how we can speed out the message, positive message to the world, and also we can help others as well. So please type in the chat box me if you'd like to give this presentation, and if you'd like to share on your Facebook. So make sure you've shared it, right? So thank you for joining today's class, and yeah, I'd like to see you tomorrow, and tomorrow will be my last class, and this class will be awesome. We're gonna learn so many things about transformation of sentence, simple, complex, compound. So after finishing that class, you will be able to make a lot of sentences using those sort of structures, and you will not make the same structures time and again, because and finally, I'd like to tell you something. So tomorrow's class will not help you at all if you haven't practiced the previous classes, if you haven't submitted your homework. right? So this is like what is called is pickle on your what is called food. So this is kind of thing that's gonna increase your taste. But if you don't know how to get the food, these pickles, this seasoning, that's not gonna help you out, right? So make sure you keep practicing the basic thing. And I'd like to see you tomorrow. Again, thank you for joining today's class. And I'm really pumped to help you. I'm really blessed to serve you. And tomorrow I'll see you at the same time. And day after tomorrow, you're gonna have a class with this team. So make sure you will not miss the upcoming 2 classes. Thank you, everyone. Hope you got a lot of value out of this class. And the last question I'm gonna ask you, how did you find this class? Please type in the chat box. Today's class, is it okay, excellent, or outstanding? Type in the chat box very quickly. And I'd like to see you tomorrow. Make sure you